put extra layers of protection in. Right? It's still not enough, apparently.
Navi US needs to be there.
Oh, trying to TP out. Sandkeen's on the just a second late. That's a pretty big escape. They lose a hero there, and well, then the push comes down top. Maybe they just try to force out a Tide buyback, but they're still in a bad situation. The damage output is just so much greater on Navi EU, and frankly, they've got better initiation too. They have Moonlight Shadow X, Blink Impale, or Blink Burrow Strike rather, as well as the Chakram Timber Chain initiation. All Navi US really has is Glimpse and Shadowblade Dragon Tail, which is Shadowblade's not really a good initiating item at this stage.
That's fine. Navi is a team. Navi US is a team that they have good initiation, but they need to be making aggressive initiations, right? So if they are the ones having to defend, sure, Ravage is a very good counter initiation ability. But that's about the only good counter initiation ability. Have you tried to lay down a good macro pyre when you're getting engaged upon? It's impossible. It's so hard to put one down in a good spot. So Navi US has got a lineup that's just not very good about getting engaged upon, I feel.
Yeah, it's when Navi EU is jumping them, they're not all coming from the same angle, right? You've got like Kunkka just kind of nibbling at you from one angle, Sandkeen's revving up and then comes charging in later on in the fight. Marana could be on the outskirts of the engagement, and so you don't have a 5-man Static Storm Kinetic Field Ravage combo with Macro Pyre on the top.
I wanna see a big crit. Give me a crit.
Korok is doing the right thing though. He's backstabbing the wave mid. Really like this play from him, so they know if Navi EU gets to high ground, even in the Radiant base, their chances of defending are still pretty low. So he cuts the wave, and now maybe wants to go bottom and cut that wave as well. But Navi EU are they're setting up shop.
Fireworks.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Uh-oh. Nice ice path there, preventing any additional diving. But Phonic will simply Timber Chain out.
But Navi just hang out, pop nation intendants like they do, and just push again. Snaking's gonna
Korok just TP'd back, I believe. Yeah, he just TP'd back, so they're not trying to cut the wave anymore. They're gonna allow Navi to come head on. But now they have Mjolnir as well as AC. That was the other thing, is he wanted to finish farming his Mjolnir before returning. Pretty big item to pick up. I don't think Navi really has much in the way of BKBs. The Imps come splashing in. The Tidehunter gonna get pulled back in by next, then thrown up in the air by a Torrent after the Kraken challenge. Just melts, insta buyback, but it doesn't do anything. Like, it's not like they can turn this for easy kills. Maybe they can take the engagement, but they've just given up a kill for naught. Now Tidehunter blinks in, goes on a Puppy. They really don't want to commit too much on the Enchantress here. They've got to find some other targets. The Static Storm is brilliant. Then the Ravage follows up. That will hit too once again. Pavos standing strong and just plinking away here, but it's not really enough against the Dragon Knight. Now forced to turn tail and run, and actually, in the end, some split push from the Lycan does its work.
It was okay. It wasn't
That's
the best
actually
because I did have to spin the buyback, but
finally a good fight for Navi US. They've been looking for one for quite a while now. Now Phonic gets caught out. He's dropping pretty low. Will they manage to pick him off? The boats come crashing in. That's going to connect on 2. Oh my goodness. And that's going to be 3 dead.
so tanky.
Aegis has been popped, but Navi EU come storming back mid and looking for Rex.
Very nice pass there.
That was actually a great engagement by Navi US. They overextended a bit at the end, but up until that, their fighting was crisp. The problem is they had to blow a buyback on Tide, and then they overextended. And Navi EU have just gone too far ahead at this point. They should have been executing like that earlier, and then they wouldn't be in this position.
Navi US has had a problem this game with having something good happen, and then pressing their luck, and turning around and fighting. Because just then they made a good defense. They even were able to split push down a tier 3 tower. But then they say, hey, we have the numbers, let's go on them. And they took a bad engagement and lost 4 heroes. And had to spend
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle barracks.
They will take only a range Rex. Wolf comes rushing back in, looking for Denny here. Oh, BKB, walk out of that kinetic field.
They're going to stick, no, they're not going to stick around. They realize the Tidehunter and the Dragon Knight are both coming off their death timers, and that they won't be able to push it anymore. But first Rex of the game will finally fall in the mid lane. And Navi EU looks to be in the driver's seat.
Pretty firmly at that, and should they go on to win this match, they will be 3-2, and we do have a nice little fountain trip here. Self-X, and he'll just heal up at the base.
There you go.
Big plays from Dendy.
Only
You know,
heal a bottle.
I remember when they used to do the puck Chen send back trick where you orb right as the send back kicks in, you fill up your bottle, you just spam it in the fountain, and then you come back full HP. And Dendy finding new ways to make fountain trips more exciting since I don't know, 2011.
The chin
It's been a while.
combo is what's legit.
Yeah, that's the bomb.com. Double dataless. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
I like the double dataless. Double dataless is actually, it's not necessarily efficiency, but it's about a 43.5% chance to crit. We will not see on there. Wow.
Well, Brian, apparently since Mushi did that yesterday, it's not a good play. You're not allowed to call it a good play if someone else did it ever before. That's on
okay.
Twitch chats.
What did Mushi do yesterday?
Mushi did the same thing.
The double date?
The send back.
Oh, the
X
send back. Oh.
So therefore, it's
Sorry.
you can't talk about it. Someone else did it actually.
Okay,
I learned something new today. But yeah, they're not in a very good position. Yep. So we can't talk about it. He's invented the world.
Dominating. Murata is one of these heroes that Vos has just been known for an extended period of time. And TI1, when he was playing off lane, he saw Murata every game for him, and he's just showing his comfort with the hero this game.
Well, they're on the verge of breaking that second lane of Rax. Navi US, one more bad engagement, and that's probably game. So anyway, to go back to what we were talking about, if Navi EU win this, they're 3-2. We then have Vici Gaming versus Fnatic coming up, and following that, it will be DK versus EG. And should the two Western teams win those games, then we have a 5-way tie. If the two Chinese teams win, then we have, I believe at that point we have a 2-way tie and a
John 2.
Pretty good team fight, but then the Sand King comes in, starts dropping everyone low. That's a crit. That's going to bring down quite a few. Now they'll leap forward from Mirana, hunting out the Tidehunter. Will bring him down as well, and from beyond the grave. Now they'll work on the Dragon Knight here. Takes some decent damage, and Denny Strong as your Timbersaw jams it in. Everybody taking way too much damage. They have so much in the way of right-click potential, nuke damage, triple kill for Havos. And it does feel like this is the last fight for Navi. And they'll bring back in another. It's an ultra kill for Havos. He'll lose that bounty, but well worth it in the end.
They will be able to defend the racks, but
these fights are too expensive.
But at what cost?
And they're not getting anything really in return.
Oh, great job by Funnick there. Just barely fogging Korok and thinking he can keep coming, but knowing that Havos is ready, waiting in the
Radiant's
wing
middle barracks
to
are
get
under
the kill,
attack.
and they'll be able to pick it up off the back of it.
Navi America just looking slightly
Radiant's
outmatched here.
middle
This is,
barracks has fallen.
at this point, it looks pretty clear. It'll be an
Radiant's
0-5
bottom
run for
tower
them.
is under attack.
And they GG out, so an 0-5 run for them in the group stage.
Radiant's
And
bottom tower
this now
has
sets up
fallen.
a potentially very long day if we get those
Radiant's bottom
tiebreakers.
tower
So
is victory.
we could have a 5-way tie with 5 teams 3-2. Okay. that was like a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10? I think you're going to say 4 out of 5.